Romel, thank you for your time and for joining us. This has been so much fun getting to know you better. One of the reasons we thought about you in confidence was your consistency. We know how much you love coming to join us at the Saturday workouts. I thought about how you and your son had the confidence to put together online workouts for us when the pandemic started, something we sorely needed because we were lacking in content for wheelchair athletes. And then the third, a big one, was that you were one of the brave souls who braved the 2018 Boston Marathon in some of the worst conditions in over 100 years. So, so tell us, when speaking of marathons, tell us how joining Achilles and becoming a marathoner gave you that boost of confidence you may not have
Yeah,
had before.
not in my wildest dream had I imagined that I'll be participating in marathons. Way back in the early 90s, I was still in the military service in the Philippines, and I was injured in line of duty. I was hit by a bullet in my spine, and my left kidney was taken out also because the bullet went through there.
Wow.
But the biggest injury there was the permanent injury to my spine. So I was really at a loss back then, and so I had to be discharged from the military service and honorably. But I was still young and still finding out what my future will be. So I followed my wife. Fortunately, she's landed a job here at the hospital in New York City, and I told her that okay, I'll start a new life and a new career here. And being around, living around here in New York City, that someone introduced me to Achilles and told me after work that hey, let's go down to Central Park and find out about it. That's how I saw the neon Achilles shirts and get to meet the people, the hand cyclists there, and the many athletes that keeps that do this regular workout. And I told them I want to be part of that. It was a great moment because it was a time where I was trying to look for how can I get myself back into being involved in the and the sports activities that I used to be when I used to walk. I play varsity during college. I run a lot. I play football, soccer. I'm pretty athletic. And now when I learn about Achilles, I'm back to the sport, the competitive spirit again, coaching, helping each other, being part of the team. And then later on, it graduated from a 5K to a half marathon. Friends there say, hey, you ready for your full marathon? And that was not even in my radar, like just a few years back. And so my first marathon was with the New York City Marathon. I was ready for it. I prepared for it, and I'm glad that I finished it. And then it become to be like, hey, I want to join every race I could until that very exciting Boston Marathon in
Yes.
2018, the big one. That was really a very challenging race for everyone else. But I'm so happy that even with that kind of weather conditions, we were able to complete the race. I hope we won't go through that same conditions
Let's
again. But in hindsight, I said, we still can do it, right? It doesn't matter what your disability is. At least we can prove to ourselves that we can still stand up to that challenge and stuff. When I moved here, getting involved in marathons, I wasn't even thinking about that. And I thought my days were over back then. However, I'm glad that there was a purpose for me coming here, and then Achilles was very instrumental in making sure that still get involved in such activities.
and we're so incredibly grateful that you found us.